Justin from the Bug here, and we are in the room of Heliodor, Brad, and Star Van Scriber, and we have two very interesting minerals to share with you. Star, you've got this really great silver right here. What's going on?
As you know, Justin, I've been working the last 20 years, most of my time in Russia.
Uh-huh.
And about 15 years ago, when I started this place, I had always heard of a secret locality for silver up in the north, and in particular in the North Magadan Peninsula, or Oblast. And I'd been checking and checking and checking, but I could never find any information out about it. And I met a guy working with the KGB who actually got me some clearance to be able to visit this area, because this is a closed area to foreigners due to its richness in metals.
Oh, cool.
And I made a trip to there last summer, and in 1977 at the Ducat mine they had found a very large pocket of wire silvers. I saw a picture of the geologist in this pocket and it absolutely looked like Medusa. The things were coming all out of the back of the wall.
Crazy.
But unfortunately they only kept 2 specimens.
Oh,
from the
find.
All the rest of it was melted, and of course, being in such a far remote place of the world, they had no idea that there was crazy people like us mineral people who are interested in these things. And he only kept 2 pieces as an example, what they call the mine's working collection.
Okay.
And the mine in the end ended up selling me these 2 things. This is, for me, one of the ones I consider to be the best. Also, I sold one for Kevin Ward's collection.
Oh, wow. So, Brad, you hadn't seen anything like this beforehand? This was
well, not from Russia, no.
This is kind of a very extremely limited
two pieces. Only so far to this time, from this mine without a new find, we have 2 living examples only.
Wow.
The thing that's really interesting on this piece, if you turn it around a little bit here, Justin, you'll see that it has this chrysocolla matrix.
Yeah, that was really wild.
Which is not a normal thing to occur with silver.
Right, that's what I was like, is that some kind of tarnishing or something? But yeah, chrysocolla on there. What? Go figure.
Yeah, right. Where does this come from?
I wonder what their copper content was on there. Then maybe there's a little bit of copper.
The thing that's crazy about this mine, Justin, you know how we count grams per ton.
Right.
They count kilograms per meter. That's how rich this mine is. This mine has veins of massive acanthite, literally 6 and 7, 8 feet thick.
Wow.
It's the most unbelievable thing you've ever seen to see. I mean, unfortunately, no crystallized material.
Right.
But veins, literally massive veins of acanthite from the floor, this high. And I don't mean one, several, 6, 7. I've never been in a mine like this ever in my life, but it's also probably why it's closed, and foreigners aren't allowed to visit here because of the richness of the mine. You know, you pick up a rock and
natural resources.
Yes, this is strategic reserves. You're dealing. This is one of the mines that produce Russia's strategic reserves in metal contents, in particular silver and also gold.
Well, that's real fun. I'm trying to think of any other locations that I can think of that have impressive wire silvers like this with the copper mineralization down at the bottom. Kind of drawing a blank right now.
Probably the closest thing I would say that it's very reminiscent of would be a Kongsberg.
Oh yeah.
Only thing is that we didn't clean it. We like the antique look to the piece, and we didn't clean it.
Yeah.
But if you look at the sharpness of the striations,
then
you'll see that they're very reminiscent of a Kongsberg.
Very cool. And you got a question mark on this side here.
Question mark, or I kind of also call it E.T.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like the finger coming out a little bit. You know, names on minerals are what strikes each other, you know.
Right. The claw.
The claw.
That's a cool piece. And, well, you've got another thing to share with us.
Well, as you know, I'm a Moroccan collector, and we've been dealing for a long time in the vanadinites.
Oh, yeah.
Come from
you always
Morocco.
have a wonderful selection of vanadinites every time I come into the room.
We try very hard, and luckily we have a very good friend of ours, Rashid Adnani, who takes very good care of us with the vanadinites. He's been very fair with us. But this is just a little thing that came out also.
Just a little thing, right?
Also 19. Let's go ahead and dig that, and I'll go ahead and trade this one. This also came out in 1977. It's the last major pocket of the ACF mine. All the new vanadinites that we see on the marketplace, with the exception of this type of crystal and this color, are found in small prospect holes around the main mine of the ACF. And what happened was, my friend was holding this particular pocket of material, and all the 300 workers came in. And they started producing vanadinites. And I think, he didn't really tell me, but I think he actually got scared he was going to lose his money. He had been holding this, for 20 years he held this pocket, until 1997. And we have a relationship, and he came along, and I asked him, he said, yeah, I got something for you to see. Me and my dad flew down there.
Are you kidding? This has been like held back on reserve for 20 years from 1997. So 77 is when this.
This was originally found in 1977.
That's
yes.
incredible.
But because in 1977 there happened to be a lot of vanadinites on the market.
Right. That's when
Okay,
they first really
he decided to hold this. And in 1997, a lot more of these other vanadites, but smaller crystals started to come out, and he decided to sell.
Right.
I got a hold of the piece in 1997. I originally sold it to James Horner in California, but being it's a little bit small for James's taste, I traded it back out of it. I traded him back out of it, and actually I've kept it all this time for myself. It fits into a very nice Moroccan suite that I have.
Oh, that's really excellent. And hey, maybe if we have some time, we'll come and do some more filming of your Moroccan collection.
I would be more than happy to show you that. I think you'd really enjoy it because
if this is the tip of the iceberg, I can't wait to see the rest of the mountain.
Yes, yeah, I've been collecting Moroccan things for 30 years probably now, 25 years for sure.
Yeah, I mean, Brad, what would this specimen been like in the '60s? If someone would have chopped off their arm and traded it, right?
Yeah, right.
You know, me and my dad have gone back and forth wondering, you know, what was the better find, the original find or today's material? And, you know, a lot of us have this imaginary idea that these vanadinites, I was around in this time as a kid. Obviously my money wasn't involved, but my eyes were definitely involved. And, you know, a lot of us have this general idea they came 1 inch individually sitting on barites, and, you know, it didn't exist.
Right.
The stuff on barites, you know, if you had a 3/4 inch crystal, that was big.
Yeah.
And most importantly, the coverage was actually very sparse in the material. Most of the material's gone. We can't compare.
Right.
Nobody really truly documented the find thoroughly to really say, hey, the stuff in 1970s was better than the stuff coming out in 2000. But I tend to believe the material that's coming out today is better. It's my personal opinion, but of course I'm dealing with it, so
yeah, exactly.
You know,
with the exception of the pocket.
Yeah, I was going to say, with the exception of this crazy piece,
but there was a pocket that was vanadinite and white barite that was fabulous.
Yeah,
but it was bought by one collector. So
go on.
It disappears into a black hole somehow or another.
I don't know who that is, but hey. Very cool. That's really great. And Brad and Star, where are we going to see you guys next coming up?
Our next show is going to be, of course, the Houston show.
Okay.
In the spring here, and then after that we'll be in Denver. You can always join and take a look at what we have online. We don't keep a lot of our very fine things online, but we do have a lot of nice things online. It's www.heliodor1.com.
There you go.
Take a visit if you'd like.
It's an excellent website. You can always find links to it right on the front page of the VUG as well. And, well, you guys, thanks so much for sharing these really great minerals with us. I feel very privileged. One of 2, and wow. 2 very cool rocks.
All right,
Two very
Justin.
cool guys.
Thank you very much, Justin.
Take care.
Thanks.
Nice to talk to you.